Melanin Monarchy citizens, this is your Monarch here at another live entertainment event. And I am downtown San Diego. I haven't been to the historic Balboa Theater in a few months now, probably not since late last year. But I am here to see a legend. I am here to see the one and only singing and swinging alternative, Mr. Joe Jackson. And you guys, I'm not talking about Mike's daddy, Joe Jackson. I am talking about the British Joe Jackson. So we are here. We're going to see Mr. Joe Jackson. He's doing a tour, and I'm thinking that maybe San Diego for the Hope and Fury tour. Maybe San Diego is one of the first stops that he's been making for this tour. If I'm wrong, for his U.S. stops. Oh well, Mr. Jackson, you can correct me later. But I am here tonight to see Mr. Jackson for the first time, very first time. I want to thank my homie, my dear friend, Susan, she's the sponsor of tonight's review. And so I just want to give her a little shout out and thank you, Susan, for blessing me with this opportunity. But we're going to go into the historic Balboa Theater and we're going to see Mr. Joe Jackson. Now, what the Balboa Theater has done, they upgraded a little bit, which I think is a great idea. It's not one of your Monarchs' idea, but I wish it was, is that they put a bar outside. So they put a little bar outside. And what that does is that gives that lobby area a whole lot of room. Normally when you go in, it's like a bottleneck, you know, it's really crowded because you also have merch right there on the first floor. You also, even though on the different levels, they have concessions and bars, but they decided because the weather is pretty good to go ahead and put one outside, probably temporary until the close to the end of the show. And kudos to the Balboa Theater for thinking out of the box and thinking something different. I applaud them for that, but we're gonna go in and we're gonna check out and see not only what the Balboa Theater is doing for their guests, the artist guests, how they're rolling out the red carpet, but we're going to see Mr. Joe Jackson, and we're going to have another opportunity for music therapy. You guys know how the Melanin Monarchy does. We believe in music therapy. We believe that music is healing. So we're going to go in and we're going to go take some medicine. All right, you guys, toodle bit.
From early
Mr. Joe Jackson. You guys, I didn't know that he officially changed his name to Joe. His name is really David, and he changed his name to Joe when he was kind of a young adult. Nonetheless, your Monarch forgot how many hits this man has actually had, or how many songs that I actually recognize. And that's the one thing about coming to live events, is that you get to rediscover the artist's music, especially if they started like 40 or 50 years ago. You get to rediscover all of their wonderful music, and he told a lot of stories. Here's one of the classy things that I loved about this particular live event, is that not only was Mr. Joe Jackson just an amazing pianist, is that he came out in a suit, very classy. Most of the guys in his band looked very classy, and they came out one by one. Joe came out first, and then each gentleman in his band came out one by one, and that's basically how they exited until their encore. But you guys, as far as the CAST system, the CAST, connectivity, aesthetics, sound, temperature, I'm going to show you one of the fans that came out to this particular show here in San Diego at the Balboa Theater. Here you go. I just thought that this gentleman was so cute, and I'm a sucker for a man in a kilt. Yes, I am. And you guys know, if you've seen some of my material, is that your Monarch loves an older British man. Any older British artist out there, your Monarch is automatically in love. But again, for this particular show, tons of people here, tons of fans that actually know Joe Jackson's music. They were singing it word for word, so I really appreciate that. His connectivity was on the stage. He didn't come out to the audience. He didn't really touch the audience. You guys know how I feel about that. You don't get a high score until you actually touch the audience. The aesthetics, I like the graphics that they had behind them, especially when they were playing the song Sunday Papers. That was pretty cool. And as far as the sound, like I said, I don't think he had a track. He did not have a track. It didn't seem to me, he didn't have a track playing at all until Steppin' Out. And when he did Steppin' Out, it sounded a little bit like there was a track that was accompanying them. But other than that, no track. He was playing, like the instruments were playing. Everybody in his band was actually playing. So again, I want to thank Miss Susan for sponsoring this particular review. This is why I love coming out to live shows, meeting new people, and sharing the love of live music. And also remember that live events, whether it's music, whether it's plays, whatever you like that you like to go see live, is therapeutic, and it is very healing. So I can't stress enough how you guys need to do it ever so often. You don't have to do it as much as your Monarch does, because I love it. But at least try to get out 4 times a year, 3 or 4 times a year, to go see a live event. Does church count? Yeah. No, church doesn't count. Church doesn't count because that's something different. But anyway, come to a live event, and I am here at the historic Balboa Theater, downtown San Diego, to hear Mr. Joe Jackson, who is still in there, and he is finishing up for the evening. I will see you all at the next live entertainment event. Doodle bit.